Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how to deploy a PHP website on a cPanel. With me here, I have some simple code for a simple website that has been built on PHP. So this is basically what we are going to deploy on a cPanel and be able to access this on a subdomain. So in your case, if you have a domain, it will still be the same thing. Alright, so let us try first of all to have this project working on our local machine. So it's basically a front-end template that has a connection to a database. So that's why we have this connection here. If we come here, we have defined database connection with some database credentials here. Alright, so we need to first of all ensure that our project is working locally before taking it to production. Right, so how to do it? This is my terminal. I'm currently in the root directory of this website, so I can make use of this terminal or make use of the terminal that is embedded in Visual Studio Code. So I just click here, new terminal. I can then make use of this terminal. Alright, for now I'll make use of this one, and I can make use of this command so that we are able to launch our local server for the PHP website. So we have PHP -s localhost, then define the port in which you want to access the PHP website on. Alright, so I'll have that, enter. Then I'll navigate back to this view. Then I'll have that, and this is just simply indicating that database connection has been established. If we interfere with this database connection, let me just add something else here. So basically, anytime I make a change, my code editor is able to save automatically. So ensure to save that. So if you come back here, reload, we see that the connection to the database has been lost. So for these database credentials, I've created a local database on a MySQL service that I have installed on my system. Alright, so the next thing that we need to do is to compress these files ready to be uploaded to our cPanel. Let us do that. So all you need to do is to navigate to the location where you have your code. Right, so this is the location where my code has been saved, and all I need to do, I need to select these two files. In my case, in your case, you might have quite a number of files and directories. So select all the files for your project, then right click and check for an option to compress. So we are gonna work with that. Then PHP web, that's enough. It should be a zip file. Ensure that it's a zip file, then create. Right, very fast, it has been created. So on this other end, you need to have access to a cPanel with a ready domain or a subdomain to receive your web application. Alright, so on cPanel, just search for domains. Ensure to navigate to the domain section. So you just search it in this section, then just click that. So it will bring you to the current page that I'm in, with the list of the subdomains and the domains that you have. Then in here you can just search for test, and then under the document root, click on that option. The other option was you going directly to the file manager. If we just go directly to the file manager, then once you get to the file manager, you need to search for the specific domain or subdomain. Then once you get it, just click on it and it will open this kind of view. So once you are in this view, just click on upload. Then select file, then in here it has actually opened under the same directory where I have my zip file. So in your case, it might open on a different location. Just navigate through this section to the root directory where you have your zip code. Alright, so just select that, then open, then give it time to upload. Once it turns green, just click on go back. Right, so this is the zip file containing our code. So all we need to do is to extract this. In the meantime, if we just reload our website, at least we should be able to see something that has come up, right? So in here, just right click and extract. All right, so we have been able to extract our website files under the root directory of our subdomain. So right now we can just proceed to access our subdomain. Right, so we see that we are able now to see some web content, but the access to our database has been denied. So if at all your PHP website was just a static website without any database connection, at this point it should be ready. You should be able to navigate through the other pages if at all you have multiple pages. But now that we have a database connection, we need now to proceed and create a database for our project. So we come back here, open this DB connection so that we can edit the database credentials. All right, perfect. So then just come back here and search for MySQL. So I'll go with this option, database wizard. It's a pretty easy wizard to use. So the main goal is just creating a database, a user, and give the user the necessary privileges on that database. Then once you create that user, ensure to update these credentials. So I'm going to create a similar username that as we have here, but remember on cPanel you are guided by the prefix that appears here. So I'll just have PHP in here. So my actual database name will be detectable_PHP. Then click next step. Alright, so in the next step you need to enter a username. So my username will be detectable, which has already been set, then _PHP. Then for the password, let me just generate a password here, and now copy this one. Let me just ensure that it's copied, then confirm that, use password. Don't need to save that. Then once you do that, you have to give that user all the privileges on the created database. So we just click on that, then down here we press on either next step or make changes. Any of these options will do the necessary action. So just click on make changes and that's it. So let's come back to this file, then ensure that we update the password. Right, so the password, the username and the database name are the same. All right, so save the changes, then come back here and reload. Right, and we see that a connection has been established, and that's it. In case you get a challenge, an error, or need any assistance with whatever has been mentioned on this video, be sure to drop your challenge in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, be sure to be part of our community. Thank you and goodbye.